On this YouTube channel, we have to ask the important questions, and that one right now is whether The Elder Scrolls 6 is actually going to be an amazing or even a good game. How's it going, guys? I am PattyJack, and today we are gonna be talking about that. And I know there's people in the comments already that are saying, yo, it's gonna be good, it's The Elder Scrolls. The Elder Scrolls is one of the most amazing series of all time. You're totally right, and I agree with you. I love the Elder Scrolls series. In fact, Skyrim is my favorite game of all time. I don't think it's the best Elder Scrolls game, but I think it is my favorite out of all of them, and that's okay. And we're going to talk about the idea that possibly we could be looking at kind of a possible subpar Elder Scrolls 6. Don't hate me, please. So what's the deal with that? Why could it be possibly subpar compared to the other games at least? I do actually think it's going to be an alright, probably good game, but there are a couple of concerns that I have, and most of those concerns just come down to the recent release of Fallout 4. Now, as we all know, Fallout 4 is kind of a technical marvel. It looks a lot better than the other Fallout games. The engine seems to be running a little bit better in this one, and all in all, I kind of like the more realistic and shooter-style gunplay and general gameplay in the game. However, there are a few things that I'm really not into in that game, and I think a lot of people are going to mirror exactly what these thoughts are. So the first big one is, of course, the conversation wheel, because as we know, that really puts a damper on the different options and choices you have in RPGs, and I think Fallout is a great recent example of that. If you compare, say, Fallout 3 or New Vegas to Fallout 4, the amount of options that you got in the first two titles were insane. I mean, especially New Vegas, there were multiple ways to complete every quest, and ways that could just be fleshed out a whole lot more if they didn't have to take the time to voice every single bit of dialogue. Whereas when you get into Fallout 4, that conversation wheel usually just boiled down to a couple extra options and then good side, bad side, or in-between side. And personally, when I play The Elder Scrolls, I really want to have as many different options as I can to kind of roleplay my character, and that leads into my other point where I'm a little bit worried that the next Elder Scrolls game could possibly have a voice protagonist, which I'm super not into because, again, it hinders that ability to roleplay. When you're playing Fallout 4, your character always sounds exactly the same, whereas if I wanted to play Fallout 4 as a raider or something, there was really no way to do that. All of the different choices that you'd have in dialogue situations were usually just a normal guy talking, whereas I feel like a raider would be like screaming at them, trying to rip out their throat instantly or something. So I'm a little bit worried that they may have those voice protagonists in The Elder Scrolls 6 as well. However, it is a little bit less likely considering the idea that you can play every single race in the game, so having an Argonian talk like a white guy wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense. However, that does raise the other idea that maybe they won't let you play different races in it. I mean, that would be a huge uproar, and I don't think that's going to happen, but if they kind of keep going down this more streamlined version of making their games in the future, it's something that could foreseeably be a thing. And then we look at the other possibility that maybe they're just going to have every single race have a voice protagonist as well, because they have stated that they are looking to wait until the technology is there and maybe they can get more time to voice even more stuff in the game. Now, thankfully, there is something that I really want to see in the next Elder Scrolls game. That would be the base building mechanics in Fallout 4. Those were great. Now, they may have wanted to work on some other things in Fallout 4, but the base building was a really neat addition. In fact, I've been using similar mods in Skyrim already to make my own towns and villages and even cities. I've seen some people making as well, and it would be huge and a great welcome addition to see that. I'd love to go down to, say, some little mining town and be able to turn it into like a trading post or something. That'd be an amazing experience, and I really hope that that's something that is included in the game, so that I'm a little bit hopeful for. So what do you think? Do you think The Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be a good RPG or not? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what you think. If you have any other ideas for topics for these videos as well, just let me know, and maybe I'll do them. If I choose a topic that you say, then I'll throw you up in the video or something too. There's your incentive, I guess. I am PattyJack. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.